Alright, well here we are. We're doing something kind of weird today. We're watching a random video of some games that I played earlier while I talk about BTD Fight Club, because a lot of people are, I think the best word to use would probably be lazy. People are lazy. They didn't want to click the links in the description. They don't understand what the heck's going on with BTD Fight Club. So today, I'm going to explain it for all you guys. Because I noticed there's a lot of complaints about me doing stupid things for BTD Fight Club. It just sounds so stupid. It doesn't even make sense. It's retarded. Alright, so I need to explain what the heck's going on so people stop thinking that I'm just a complete idiot and doing really, really stupid things for the series. First of all, it's a tournament. I thought I explained that fairly thoroughly throughout my videos and in the animation and all that stuff, but I guess I did not. It is a tournament. BTD Fight Club is a tournament. The first link in the description down there is a challenge link, which is a link to the tournament brackets, which is to show you guys how these towers are going to end up fighting each other and which towers are going to end up fighting each other further on in the tournament. So that's absolutely fantastic. So if you want to, you can click that first link in pretty much every single one of the BTD Fight Club videos. Yeah, so I wasn't even going to make this video a public video, by the way. I was just going to do a private video, but nobody clicked it. Nobody wanted to watch it. So yeah, this is what we're forced to do, my friends. The tournament is single elimination, so as soon as one tower loses, they're out of the tournament forever. So already the balloon chippers are completely out of this guy, and the cannons are completely out of it. They're done. They lost the tournament. They're not going to win the Fight Club no matter what. Beyond that, I need to talk about some things in the Fight Club and why the heck, like, you know, certain things might not be falling into place just yet, why things might seem a little bit silly or stupid, or the matchups might seem bad. So, I'm talking about the amount of towers, I'm going to talk about the tower matchups, I'm talking about the upgrades, the rushes, and then why not animations. I need to talk about all that today, so let's get going. The amount of towers, this is the first thing. When we're matching up these towers, we want to match them up based on price, not based on the actual amount of towers. For example, if I had a 2-3 Super Monkey, I wouldn't want a 2-3 Super Monkey to go up against a 1-1 Wizard. I want, 20 1-1 Wizards to go up against a 2-3 Super Monkey. That seems much more fair. So the amount of towers doesn't really matter. It's more about the price. And what we did was we actually made every single tower very, very even in price when we matched them up against each other. So you might notice, when there's 2 ice towers, there's only 1 balloon chipper, and that might seem unfair, but again, price-wise, it's very, very fair. And I think that's something that you have to keep in mind when you're watching these videos, is that we base everything on price, not on the amount of towers. And it'll make a lot more sense when we get further on into the Fight Club series. This is a series, by the way. There's going to be about 20-something videos for you guys to watch. This is going to be a pretty long thing. And I'm excited. It took me a long time to make some of these videos, so I'm actually excited to show these to you guys, and I hope that you guys can be at least appreciative of the amount of work that I put into these guys. Second of all, tower matchups. So again, because this is a tournament, I put every tower into sort of a seed category. So I matched up what I thought were the best towers, and I went down on the line. And basically what happened was when I went to challenge, just based on, putting the best tower up on the top and the worst towers on the bottom, it matched all the towers up together to hopefully make, the top 2 seeds not fight up against each other in round 1. So maybe I should put round 1 or round 2 or something in the title of these videos. That might help people out in understanding what the heck's going on. But you just got to realize that right now what we're seeing is a lot of the like best tower versus the worst tower, because we want to have the best tower move on in the series and the worst tower not move on in the series. Or what we might also be seeing is some of the towers that are sort of in the middle that sort of might match up against each other but might not be able to win the series. And of course, I understand there's some towers that are just sort of bad by themselves. They just can't win Fight Club even if they wanted to, but going up against some sort of weird towers, they might end up being able to push just a little bit further on. So, tower matchups, yeah, I think we're done with that. Hopefully it makes sense to you guys that, again, it's all based on seeds. First seed, I don't remember exactly what I put, but like, ninjas, super monkeys, dart monkeys, things like that. Those are like high seed towers that we think are going to be very, very good and efficient in the Fight Club. Upgrades. So we wanted to make sure that the upgrades were something that were going to be good against a lot of different types of balloons. So actually, before I go to talk about upgrades, I want to talk about the rushes. So this is sort of important. For the rushes, what I wanted to do was I wanted to keep the rushes as consistent as possible. So I wanted to have one group rush, one regen rush, and then one Moab on round 18. That was sort of my goal, to have that happen. But you can't make that always happen because some towers are like $20,000 just by themselves, and like they can easily pop all of those things, no problem whatsoever. So we had to kind of like maneuver around that and make everything sort of fair within reason. So I absolutely tried my very best to do a Zebra Rush, a Regen Rainbow Rush, and then a Moab. But again, as you guys have probably seen, we couldn't always do that because, like Ice Towers can't pop any of those balloons. cannons can't pop like any of those balloons, so we had to maneuver that around and sort of change it a little bit into something that we thought would be reasonably fair. And again, reasonably fair being the key word there, because if I put any white balloons against that ice tower, he would have obviously lost completely. So I just couldn't do that. I just didn't want to have him end out like that. I wanted to make sure he at least had a chance in the Fight Club, so I tried to make things as fair as I possibly could without being too tough on each individual tower. So that kind of goes into the upgrades thing. I wanted to make sure when I got these upgrades, I wanted to think what was going to be the best against grouped rushes, a group zebra rush, still good against regen rainbows, and still have the ability to pop a Moab, because that's going to be one of these rushes that we're going to be sending out against these guys. So I had to think about which upgrades were going to be best for that. For example, a frag cannon. Frag cannon's freaking amazing for Moabs and possibly regen rainbows and stuff like that. So I wanted to include that that upgrade instead of a 3-0 cannon, because it obviously can't pop any zebras, can't pop any regen rainbows, and can't do anything against Moabs. So obviously 3-0 cannon just doesn't work out at all, even though people really, really like it when you combine it with other things. So that's kind of where I went on with that. And I don't know. It's not perfect no matter what I do. Obviously, towers have certain things that they're good against and certain things that they're bad against, and towers in general are not usually one of those things that are good against every single type of balloon. Otherwise, we would just use that tower every single time. So it was very difficult to figure out what rushes we wanted to do, but in general, when I think about a good tower, I think it's good against group balloons. Can still pop regen balloons pretty fast, and still good against Moab class balloons. So that's why I decided to go with those kind of upgrades and everything. And throughout the tournament, these towers are going to stay the same the entire time. So we can't, I don't want to change them up throughout the thing based on what rushes were descended against them. I only want them to be one certain upgrade to kind of have them be like the king of all. And the last thing that I want to talk about really quick is I know some people were thinking that this was going to be an animation series. Sadly, because of monetary reasons, I can't do that. These animations cost me about, actually, just to put it in simple terms, the animations cost me more money than I'm making off of them, so I'm making negative money to show you guys animations, but I like them, and I want to do them, and I think they make my channel better and more fun, so I actually put my money into these animations to make them for you guys, and hopefully you guys appreciate that, but it just makes it so I cannot animate every single one of these videos. If you do want more animations, you can download the Mobile Monday Fun Day videos, which usually end up supporting my animation wants on this channel. Basically makes me some extra money, which I pour into the animations, and I make more. So if you guys want to, feel free to do that. I haven't made a Monday Fun Day video in a while, but I will make some in the future. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button. If you didn't enjoy the video, make sure you dislike, because obviously that means you hate me. No, I'm just joking. If you didn't like the video, that's okay. And have a super duper delicious day.